It's Pokemon reaction time!
Ah, yeah, I gotta go catch them all. All right, so a new trailer has dropped for Pokemon. This one is a remake of an old Pokemon movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back. And it looks like what has happened is Netflix has gotten the rights to making this movie and they updated it. They just said, you know what, we're gonna take something that's old and make it feel fresh again, which is a great idea. I love this. Animation, especially traditional animation, ages pretty well. What doesn't age well is computer graphics, right? Like we were just talking about the Clone Wars, how I actually didn't watch the original Star Wars Clone Wars because the first couple of seasons, the graphics were kind of weak sauce to me. Like it felt a little stilted. The lighting effects weren't great. They look great now in this latest season that they're pitching. But with this new trailer from Netflix, it demonstrates that computer graphics have reached a point where you really appreciate the animation style now. And I think that can really help with the storytelling. So I love this idea of going back and finding old cartoons and updating them. You don't even have to like change the storyline dramatically. I just want to be able to enjoy some of the old stuff again, brand new.
With your 4K?
With 4K, you know, beautiful graphics. Like for instance, I don't know if you ever have gone back to watch old seasons of say like The Family Guy or The Simpsons. They were all created in a way where they weren't widescreen and the quality just wasn't as good. And if you take a look at the latest episodes, the latest seasons, you know, the visuals are that much better. And it makes me wish that there was a way to go back and redo a lot of it because some of those old episodes were really, really good. And some of the old cartoons that I used to really, really love are just worth updating. Give us older folks who love the nostalgia a chance to relive it. And now you have a whole new generation of younger kids too who go back and watch this and appreciate it.
Right.
Good thinking, Netflix. I love it.
Right. Let's watch this.
All right, let's watch this. And away we go.
If somebody wants to battle, why not? Squirtle, you were great!
Oh, I love this animation style.
It's finally awakened.
The strongest Pokemon in existence.
Mewtwo, that is your name.
I will strike back against you.
You three have been acknowledged as up-and-coming trainers. The world's greatest Pokemon trainer invites you.
The greatest trainer in the world is across the sea. We've just gotta get over there! What is that?
We have given life to you using the rarest of Pokemon as a basis.
If weak humans are allowed to govern, the world is headed for ruin. Which of you will oppose me first?
I'm not liking this at all.
Let's Pikachu.
Want to try?
Oh, nice try, Pika.
So, you do have some fight in you.
Piggle?
It's so cute.
Oh, this is so cute. But how come that character is the bad one?
So he's not really bad. So he's a creation, like humans created. So unlike other Pokemon,
Experiment.
he's kind of like an experiment. As he became more self-aware, he realized, well, they were creating him to be destructive. And so he's kind of fighting back against the humans now. So yeah, it's kind of a sad story, actually. But yeah, he's a very rare Pokemon, a legendary one, and really, really powerful too.
Wow, we need to catch.
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole interesting backstory to it. This one looks like it's a lot of fun and it's just worth watching. You know what I really love about this? It made me think about, you know, where we are today with technology and animation. Like, I love this style of animation because it continues to retain that cartoony style, but the way they design the environments is very beautifully rendered, right? Very deeply and very richly done. I wish this is the style that they would just stick to in the game and in the animations. Because this way, if I went from one to the other, it would feel consistent. It would feel like, oh my God, as I'm watching animations, this reminds me of the game. And as I'm playing the game, I'm realizing that's exactly what the animation looked like.
Would
like,
that
keep
be
it the same.
possible
Absolutely,
with the
today.
technology and
Yeah. Well, maybe not on the Switch, because the Switch still technically is last gen in terms of its capability. But, I think by the next system update, this is one like PS5 or Xbox, guarantee they could render it to look just like this. But, for next generation Nintendo, which could be year 2, they could absolutely make the graphics look just like this. I like this style better than what they did with Detective Pikachu, which to me, is an interesting take, and I'm not bashing it in terms of its visuals. It's really cool to see humans interact with the characters. You know why I haven't watched it? I decided that I couldn't get over Deadpool's voice. To me, it just didn't feel like the way I wanted Pokemon to go. I just didn't care for it. We actually have it teed up ready to watch, and I don't have the inclination to go and jump into that story. Mewtwo was back in the day when I was heavily into Pokemon. So for me, rewatching something like this would feel very nostalgic. And that's what I love about something like this. For me, it's fascinating to see the evolution of it. I love talking about the business aspect, how the game industry is evolving. But, if you're asking me if I care about the plotline for Detective Pikachu, I don't give a whit.
You don't care anymore.
It's more like I don't care for Deadpool's voice as Pikachu. This is Pikachu's voice. A Pikachu! That's what I want.